the most important thing you can do is clean your house.
Clean your house.
Top to bottom.
Clean it.
From the outside to the inside.
Yeah.
You know, it makes me think about when we sold your house and we were down on our hands and knees with... Yeah, I was down watching you and managing you.
You were watching and managing. Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome back, Jenny.
Welcome back to the Hamiltons Unlocked.
Yes. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about do yourself and your agent a favor.
What favor is that?
Let us know 6 months to even a year out that you're considering and thinking about selling.
Yes, that's a big one. You know, I think a lot of people assume that they don't want to engage their real estate agent too soon, right? They think they're bothering them or it's just not time yet. But it's not. Now, for some people, it can be a surprise that you're moving, right? There are circumstances that come up.
You find job transfers.
You find a perfect house. You need to get out of yours. But for the most part, I'd say at least half of our clients know 6 months, sometimes even a year in advance, that they're planning a move.
Yes. You don't want to be like my clients that called me one time and said, oh, we're ready to sell now. We've done everything that you didn't tell us to do, but we knew we should do.
Oh, what they do?
Yeah. They replaced their carpet with blue carpet.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
So it was not good. They had to replace it again.
Okay. Yeah. So don't do that. Go ahead and engage your agent and get their advice. And so one of the reasons that we really like to have that 6 month out time frame is because there's a lot that you can be doing to your house in that time frame that you need to do to get your house ready for the market. We are not facing a market anymore where you can just take some photos and get it on the market. We have entered a market where buyers are going to be a lot more picky, and it's important for you to have that first impression be a really great impression when you hit the market.
Yeah, no woman would ever enter a beauty pageant last minute and just run up on stage, would they?
Some might.
Wait, did you do that one time?
I might have done that one time. Yeah.
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 Point is, you'd prepare. You'd
Right.
know. You'd do all the things you needed to do prior to that.
Yes.
Well in advance.
Yes. And so you don't want to rush. You don't want to cut corners. And I think when you have time on your side, it can also give you the opportunity to be prepared. So, things that come up during a home sale, of course, the buyer's going to have a home inspection. And then there's usually a 7 to 10 day period called due diligence where you're negotiating repairs. And if you're just now in that time frame finding out things that are quote unquote wrong with your home and you have the high emotions of the buyer and the deadlines facing you, you really might not be making the right decisions about what you need in your home. So we have vendor partners, right, ahead of times that can look at really big systems in your house that are typically the ones that have the most issues.
Yeah, we've kind of come out of a market where homes didn't fall apart during due diligence because there was so much competition.
Right.
But in a balanced or a healthy market, we would see 20 to 25% of deals would fall apart because of inspections. So how do we stop that from happening? There's nothing worse, as you know, than getting an inspection report back and we have to go to our clients and go, you didn't know you had mold all in your attic? You didn't know you had this issue?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so we have vendors that help us out with that. So roof inspections, HVAC inspections, crawl space and basement inspections. These are the big ticket items.
Right. All your major systems, all the main things of a home.
And for the most part, the vendors we work with, they'll do a free inspection. They will take a look at it and let us know what we're facing. And it's much better to get ahead of those issues. I mean, we had a client recently and there's all sorts of mold, but she had a very, very non-serious case of a single mold spore in her attic and ended up, to make the buyer feel better, having to do a $3,000 mold remediation instead of just cleaning it up beforehand.
Yes. Mold remediation is not a cheap item.
No, and it's not something you want to find out that you're doing, while you're under contract. So
and then your back's against the wall and you feel like you have to make a decision that's a costly decision.
Yeah, and that's with any of the systems. Roofs right now, we're facing that a lot, and anything older than 10 years is requiring extra inspections on insurance. So we're seeing a lot of things that could be big red flags that we want to avoid. So having the time to check those things out on the seller's time is a huge advantage before hitting the market.
Yeah, and I think roofs now, I was just at the store the other day and a friend, a client, they're going to sell their house in the next year. And he said, I think my roof's 20, 25 years old and I'm trying to get it inspected. Do you think I should do that? And I said, yeah, if you don't replace your roof, you're probably gonna have a problem. I don't know that you'll be able to sell it.
Right, because the buyer can't get
They won't
homeowners
be able to
insurance.
insure it.
Yeah. So what are some of the things that you think that have a low cost and a high impact for selling a home? So we've got the major systems. We understand that. But what else can people be doing before they list their home?
So the things that you'd say don't cost really any money that are no budget to low budget. The most important thing you can do is clean your house.
Clean your house.
Top to bottom.
Clean it.
From the outside to the inside.
Yeah.
You know, it makes me think about when we sold your house and we were down on our hands and knees with... Yeah, I was down watching you and managing you.
You were watching and managing. Yeah. I know. I don't know how many boxes of magic erasers I went through during that time frame.
I think you bought Lowe's out of all the ones that they had.
It was Costco, but I would look because I know how important it is that when you walk into a home, even if it's not perfect, if it's clean, it makes such a difference. And that goes to the outside too.
It does. That's right.
So I think I pressure washed my own driveway.
Yeah. I think I pressure washed.
Oh, maybe you pressure washed the driveway.
Yeah. But the point is, a first impression, you have one chance to make that first impression. And when a buyer pulls up to the house, they're looking at every little thing. And that agent's walking to the door to get the key and they're fumbling around with the key box. What are the buyers doing?
Standing on the front porch.
They're standing on the front porch. They're looking around. And if that house is, not shined up in a pretty penny,
right.
They're thinking, oh, I wonder if the rest of the house is dirty.
Exactly.
What else have they not cleaned and taken care of?
Yeah. So a really great deep clean, baseboards, light fixtures, your the light switches, where little hands get.
Yeah.
Like those are really low cost things that make a huge impact.
I feel like you always notice the light switches.
I do. It's a pet peeve.
You made us
of mine.
replace all of ours in our house.
I did. Yeah. They're pretty gross. So those are kind of the low cost things. But if you have some money, where should you put it?
How much money, Jenny, are we talking about?
A few $1,000s. Where should you put money? This isn't like, light renovation, but just a typical listing. Yeah. Where would you put it?
Okay, so my mind would go to, I would spend it on the outside, your landscaping, freshening up landscaping, flowers, mulch, pine straw. Then as I walk up to the door, if you have a really old and dated door, I honestly would. I hate an old door. I hate an old door. A house built in 2000 that has that 2000 door that's solid wood and ugly and beat up. You can replace your front door for $1,200, $1,500.
Yeah,
and you have a really nice brand new front door, and it changes the whole curb appeal of the house.
Yeah.
So I put my money on the outside. I do it on the door, and then if I have any money left over, I'm coming inside, deep cleaning it. Obviously. Paint would be my next one. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. Curb appeal, paint and carpet. Yeah. Flooring, I don't know. I don't know that necessarily replace like hardwood flooring or redo it because it is very time and cost expensive.
Carpet though, if carpet's dirty and nasty.
You got to get rid of the carpet. You got to get new carpet if you can.
Well, at least it smells good. Obviously it's new. If it's not, a lot of times our clients will go, well, what if it's not the carpet the buyer wants?
You can choose a neutral carpet.
Yeah. And our vendors always help with that. But
exactly.
And it will smell amazing.
Smells great, looks great. Yeah, I would definitely do it there. And then I think staging is really important. That can cost money. It cannot cost money. We actually bring in our own items from our home. The chairs we're sitting in, we have used as staging furniture.
These did come from Tasha.
Yes, in houses that we've brought in before. But when you have the room set up properly, so it feels like, it might not be how you would live, but it shows really well. The positioning of the furniture is super important. So I would put money into staging items as well.
Another reason why we need a little bit more time than just a couple days to a week is to do things right. We do want to be able to get all these little to-do lists done, get the home staged properly, because we're going to bring in our photographer, we're going to bring in our videographer, and we're going to do it right. And it has to show amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
Like a model home.
Yeah. You really, again, you only get one chance to go to the market the first time. And in the market that we're in, you need to make it look great.
Yeah.
So of course you have to go to have a good price on it, but the condition of the property matters so much. Yeah. And if you give yourself the time, or if you don't have the time, if you still take these steps and really bust it to get it, you will get tons of payoff when you go to sell your house.
You will. And it's a price war and a beauty contest.
It is. So that's what real estate's all about. So, okay. Well, again, do yourself a favor, call your agent ahead of time, let them know you're going to list your house as soon as you know. And if any of our listeners out there, obviously, are thinking about listing their house, give us a heads up so we can help us help you.
Help us help you. Help me.
Help me. Help you. Yeah. All right.
Yep. See you next time.